Hey everybody, it's the Elderly Brothers here. It's October 7th, yes,
Seventh.
2025, 2025. I'm Artie,
And you're old. How old are you, Artie?
and I am 89 plus one.
And I am going to be, uh, in 8 days, I'll be 82 plus one.
Right. So we're getting more elderly all the time.
It seems to be happening.
And this
I've
is
noticed it.
and this is episode 39,
Uh, Eight.
38. Okay, so a few people are keeping up with us, and we hope so. Uh, in another 10 years, we'll have probably four or 500 of these, and you'll have to catch up on all of them.
And you're going to want to watch them all, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because this is historic. We are we are historic people.
We're actually um, wanting to have documents for people in the future to see what was going on with people our age in 2025, 2025.
Well, it's not everybody that's in such good health as we are.
No, we're extremely lucky and fortunate, I would say.
We both have all our teeth.
Well, I have most of mine.
Well, yeah, I mean, but your teeth are still alive and good.
I have, the majority of them are
And I just went to the dentist today and no cavities. I've never had a cavity ever. And,
amazing.
and got my teeth cleaned. And my dentist, oddly enough, has a big basket of candy when you check out, which I've always thought was strange, but he's always said, "Oh, a little sugar won't hurt you."
And it helps generate cavities and stuff, I guess,
Yeah,
which
makes business for him.
makes business. So that leads to my. I went to the dentist last week, I believe, and we just changed dentists. We had um, our neighbor who was our dentist, but she's not on Medicare, so it's costing probably 600 a year, maybe more, to get our teeth cleaned. Basically, that's all that it is. So we went to the new dentist who's covered, and it turns out you get two cleanings a year under Medicare, and that's essentially it. Plus, you do get credit toward work that's beyond cleaning. So when the dentist looked in my mouth and at the X-rays, it was like being at having your car in for service to get the oil change, and then they tell you need about ten to $20,000 worth of work done to bring it up to snuff. So he made all these proposals, and I guess he sends it to Medicare, and then they come back, and I've got two sets of the same documents in separate letters. So four letters. One of them is about a quarter of an inch thick, and it describes all the things he said I need done, which is extracting two teeth, bone graft, I guess it is, implant. Where do they get that bone when they do that?
I have no idea.
I didn't ask about that. I just say, oh, yeah, well, that's what we do. But he didn't say where he's going to get that extra bone. But anyway, it had added up to $19,000. And it turns out still have $2,000 worth of credit with Medicare. So for only 17,000, I can get all my teeth fixed.
Sounds like a deal.
It's uh, it's a deal, but I don't think it's a deal I'm going to make.
Not a good deal.
I have to admit that I have in the past and most likely will in the future be a medical tourist. I think there's another name for it.
Yeah, I think maybe that's it.
But so we have had work done previously in Mexico. Very excellent quality work and at about a tenth to a 20th of the cost in America. So you can
Oh,
go down to Puerto Vallarta. Fortunately, my brother-in-law has a house near there, and so we don't have to pay any place to stay, and then go to this dentist in what's the capital of that? That was it Oaxaca? I don't know.
I don't know where you go.
So you can have a vacation in Mexico and two actually, because then when they do those implants, that's two trips, and you gotta like wait 6 months in between them, and still come in at about less than a third of the cost of having it done up the block here.
Yeah, it's amazing that Medicare doesn't cover the things that mostly go wrong when you get older, your ears, your eyes, and your teeth.
Yep.
Doesn't cover the important stuff.
Well, though Dorcas was just doing research today, they cover like getting your ears checked once a year, which is worth, I don't know, $100 or something like that. And glasses, you got like $200 credit against glasses or something. But yeah, I mean, for what things actually cost, doesn't make it's not worth it.
No, but I don't know why they wouldn't have covered those things which are crucial and which go bad. I mean, that's what happens when you get older. Your eyes go bad, your ears go bad, your teeth go bad. Other
And
stuff goes bad too, but
yeah,
they cover a lot of that.
some of it. Well, yeah, I guess pretty much a lot of that.
So you watching any of the baseball playoffs?
I haven't yet. I
Well,
thought I might.
haven't I only saw one game, I think, and there's been quite a few so far. And it's good because every game, every pitch counts in the playoff time, and it's tense and it's fun.
Yeah, that's what That's why the all the playoffs are much more exciting than the season.
Yeah, the season is sort of, well, we'll finish the season and then there's the playoffs.
But there's
And
like, how many games do the baseball play? They play hundreds.
they play 162 games regularly.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah. Well, it's 6 month season and 7 months probably. Well, April through October. Uh, and but then the only games that really count too much are during the playoffs.
And then they're doing it.
Yeah, they're in it right now. We're
Yeah.
in the midst.
It still takes a long time to play a game,
Oh yeah, at least 2.5 hours.
and you got to try to stay awake.
Well, if you look people in the stands, they spend a lot of time on their phones,
Phones,
looking at their phones
beers, and hot dogs, and
and taking videos that they'll never look at again.
true that aren't even lookable. But it's the national pastime, I understand.
It's been the national pastime for, I don't know, it's 100 and some years old, baseball.
So yeah, it's old. So we're today's kind of we've had an extended summer. Today it's like 80, and tomorrow's going to be 64.
Well, it's been raining here off and on for several days now. It's right now it's overcast and it has been raining and it's going to rain some more.
And you know all about that because you have weather bug on your phone.
I got a weather bug on my phone, and I've got if you want it, it's on the Weather Channel on TV, which will tell you the temperature everywhere that you don't care about.
And disasters.
Uh, Big on disasters. That's their function.
Yeah, well, they have to do that.
Well, and besides, weather pictures are interesting.
They are, and weather disasters are even more interesting.
Yeah. There was pictures yesterday of that fire, in that judge's house somewhere up northeast. I don't know where it was. I don't know if you saw it or not. Beautiful house. Looked like it was 3 stories on stilts and just completely burned down.
Do they know why?
No,
Uh, okay. Well,
probably
we're
probably a frayed wire.
yeah, hopefully that, not a political incident, but because we don't talk about that.
About what was it?
Political incidents.
It might have been, but maybe it probably wasn't. But still, no. I know when I worked with the fire department down here, frayed wires, electric was the most of the cause of fires.
Did they ever tell you about knob and tube?
Do the what?
Knob and tube wiring.
I don't know. What's that?
That's what they did. They did that before we got what they call BX, but it was so these copper wires with a uh, fabric insulator, and they they had these knobs that were insulators, so it wouldn't touch wood because the fabric didn't frayed all the time, I guess. So when it frayed, then you had a fire. So they get knob and tube is over. They're not doing that
They
anymore.
don't do it anymore.
No, no more. Not for probably 50 years.
I missed the whole thing.
I know, and it's something that, you could be asked
Could.
about that.
I don't know where. The grocery line, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people concerned about knob and tube.
I'll bet.
And that's one
Well,
of the one of
well,
those esoteric things I know about.
I've got I have a wire that is fraying, and I know I can see it. So I have to fix it. I know how to do that, but I'm just too lazy to do it.
How you just get some electrical tape.
Yeah, that's all I need.
That's neat stuff. It's actually neat.
Cut the wire and trim it down and uh, put it back in the plug, and it'll be done.
Well, yeah, yeah, I guess you got to do that. Oh, that's how you're doing it. Because you could also use a wire nut.
I don't know what that is.
It's another thing I know about.
Yeah,
If you take two wires and you wrap them around each other,
yeah.
and then you put a wire nut over them, it screws down on it and keeps them together. So we'll definitely, I mean, a lot of people need to know about that.
I need to know about it.
Yeah,
What's it called? A wire net?
nut,
Nut.
wire nut.
Can you get them at Ace Hardware?
Yes. And you can get all different color. The red ones are smaller than the yellow ones, and then there's blue ones as well.
I don't know what size I would need.
Well, it depends on the size of your wires.
I know. I don't know. I'll have to take a picture.
I saw a very funny thing on uh, what's his name? John Oliver um, was talking about presidential libraries. And somehow they came across a recording of LBJ talking to his tailor, telling him that his pants were too small in the crotch.
Yeah.
you needed to expand those because they pinched. So
Chafing, probably.
Well, pinching, he said it was pinching more.
Okay.
As you know, being a male, you could understand that.
And this is this
In
is considered historically important.
well, he went on to explain, and this is great. This will be great for in 50 years from now, that presidential libraries, I think, started with Roosevelt, or yeah, with Roosevelt, and they're really two parts. They're archives, and then they're artifacts, and essentially they're all paid for, not paid for by the government. So he said um, artifacts and historical documents. Well, you can't. He said you can't trust the history because they're all paid for by that president's donors. So that, for example, in Clinton's library, I think initially they didn't have mentioned that he had been impeached, or at least voted on it. And now later on, it says it takes about 25 years for there to be some truth in the history, or that the bad things are included.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody has to be dead.
they got to be dead, and the donors have to be dead. And then the people who really care about some kind of accurate history may come in and put in the real stuff. But it was very interesting.
Occurred to me the other day that if you're born today, you probably won't even know what a newspaper is
Not likely.
because they'll all be gone and there'll only be the internet.
Internet or something beyond, your chip. You'll just get your
Yeah, but I mean, a newspaper like you hold in your hands.
yeah. Well, they'll be gone. Most likely. Um, it's like I just saw something on Instagram or something. Instagram, for those people looking in 50 years from now, is probably still there. I don't know, but of a kid, a 10-year-old kid with a phone, like an old time phone. He didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I've seen those before. And they say dial the phone. They say, "What do you mean?"
Right. Well, yeah, you remember, we both remember the advances when you had a rotary phone,
Yeah, sure.
and zero was you had to go all the way around. And usually that's when it slipped and you'd have to start over.
I know. It was a hardship.
It was.
And then push buttons came in and you would hit the wrong number.
Right. That happened a lot.
Yeah.
So now you can just, all I do now when I want to call you, I just say, call my brother, and it does it.
Yeah, I know. And as you know, the next generation, they won't even have phones probably. They'll have some kind of other device they don't even have to touch.
And pretty soon you could probably just say, call my brother's cousin in Toledo.
Yeah, right.
And it'll know. It knows
Yeah,
that
sure it knows.
because it knows all your relatives.
Well, I think we're wandering here.
Yeah, well, I think we can just speak to AI, which is a relatively new thing right now, artificial intelligence, which will be a really old thing in less than 50 years, I'm sure.
Oh, 10 years, be a memory.
It's another revolution in technology,
Yeah, in the metaverse, as you like to say.
as I love to say that.
Well, let's in the metaverse, let's say goodbye. And people keep checking in, like us, subscribe, and we'll keep sending this incredibly interesting stuff to you.
We're going to have tons of these things in perpetuity on YouTube at elderly brothers hyphen US, which means us, I guess. So I love you, my brother, in perpetuity.
Love you, my brother, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, you
All
got it.
right.
Bye.
Bye.